Now, as for other neighborhoods, probably even more snow as we head through these morning hours. We get through the whole weekend, and here's what you can expect. A look at our future snowfall map. With this weather alert in place, we could see upwards of a foot in places like Cripple Creek and Woodland Park. As for our lower elevation areas like Colorado Springs, anywhere from a couple inches to maybe a few inches, that's probably where we're going to top off with these warmer conditions we have and all of this rain and mixing. Not a ton of accumulation through these daytime hours. Out on the eastern plains, probably not going to see much at all, maybe a dusting in some areas and a couple inches in others, but we'll top off there. As we get further down the southern I-25 corridor, we could see half a foot in some areas near Walsenburg, and then out toward the San Luis Valley, a similar situation where we're in higher elevation areas and we're getting mostly snow there, upwards of a foot in some neighborhoods. Here's a look at our futurecast. You can see the timing of all of this. Tons of rain out on the eastern plains right now. Snow out west. I-25 is going to be the divider here, and that's where we're probably going to see some mixing throughout the day today. So keep your guard up. We are going to have some slick roads out there. It won't be until this evening, though, where we really start to see that accumulation ramp up in our lower lying areas. You can see through the afternoon, we have that mixing. We get into the late evening hours, into the early morning hours. That's when really things turn over to snow in most areas, and we'll start to see more snow accumulating on your driveways, roads, porches. Want to keep in mind, if you have any early Sunday morning plans, you're probably going to have some slick situations out there. We get into Sunday morning, though, and things start to taper off a bit, so it's going to really be those overnight hours when we get most of that snowfall and accumulation. As for our temperatures, we stay fairly warm in some areas like Pueblo and the eastern plains, where we're in the mid 40s to low 50s, and that's why we're not seeing a ton of snow. We're seeing more rain. As you get toward Colorado Springs and then north toward Monument, that's where we hover around the freezing mark, and that's where we're going to see more mixing and accumulation on the roads up in Monument Hill. So definitely going to be a tricky situation through the day today and into those morning hours tomorrow. As for those overnight hours, we dip down to the mid-20s in Colorado Springs, high 20s in Pueblo, and right around freezing out on the eastern plains, and that's when we'll start to see things really ramp up, switching from rain to snow. As you can see, our futurecast, we head through Sunday, and most of that action has moved further east. We have some heavy cloud cover across the eastern plains, but we clear out for the most part along I-25 and even in some of those mountain towns just west of us in Teller County. It's going to be night and day between today and tomorrow. Today is winter, tomorrow more spring-like with 45 in Colorado Springs. We are a little bit cooler in the mountains at 38 in Woodland Park and 33 in Cripple Creek tomorrow. We get down to Canyon City at 47 and then 50 in Pueblo and low 50s out on the eastern plains in most areas as well. So a big pattern change, and then yet again, another pattern change is on its way. You can see cold air lingering for today, and we start to get some relief tomorrow. We warm up Monday and Tuesday. It feels like spring, and then boom, another storm headed our way Wednesday and Thursday. So you'll want to stay updated with us. A look in Monument where you can see some whiteout conditions as you head up toward Monument Hill. So really different situations as you head all across southern Colorado this morning. If you're doing any traveling, just keep in mind you could see some slick roads out there. Leave some extra time to get where you need to be. Precipitation chances really waning as we get into those early weekdays and then ramping back up for Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures warming up for Monday and Tuesday and then cooling back down a little bit for that next system we have Wednesday and Thursday. A look at our 7-day forecast here. You can see Monument, mostly snow. Some other areas like Pueblo, we're looking at that rain and mixing. Wednesday, Thursday, still a ways out. We'll keep you updated on that system, but for right now, our eyes are set on today. Canyon City, Woodland Park, where we could see upwards of a foot. Send in those pictures of your neighborhood. We want to see what it looks like.